everybody. Welcome back to the biggest dumpster fire of a space dock on YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. Ah, boy, we're back on the good old Enterprise D from Fanhome. We got our fence our fence posts in, which is a 5/8 inch hollow aluminum tube, and it does indeed fit into the ship, just like so. Now, fitting it through this part of the skeleton was a bit more difficult, but I had to file it a bit, file the inside of this. It wasn't perfectly like a flat square. It's die cast, so it kind of had a little bit of a defect. We got the rest of our beacons, our little stroby beacons. I got 3 left here. One is going to go in the belly of the secondary hull, but in a later stage. And then the other 2 are going to be for the other warp nacelle. But we do have to plan on fitting this little control board from Evan Designs in here. Yeah, so we'll have to figure that out. And we've got this clearance for this rod. Now we got stage 91 here. And we're not really using the manuals because we have the My Enterprise D website to refer to, which is far better than any manuals, in my opinion. There we go. Todd does a fantastic job of making this all look easy. But what I wanted to do is get out this lower part of the secondary hull and make sure the rod... Oh, damn it. Yeah. As suspected, the rod no fitty in the holy. So that is definitely going to be a problem. 'Cause obviously that thing is where's that? Where does that go? It should go right there, right? That doesn't look right. Oh, probably because I have it backwards because I'm a moron. There we go. Oh dear. If I had a nickel for every time I was stupid on YouTube, I'd have a lot of nickels. There we go. Okay, so that snaps down like that. It will obviously secure to this. So we do need to make this hole bigger because this rod is the perfect thickness to meld up with the metal that it's actually going to hold. It doesn't. This is not a support structure for the model. So what we do need to do is very carefully file this opening slightly bigger until our mounting rod fits in there. I guess the mounting rod from Fanhome may have had like rounded corners, slightly softened corners, but I don't have a heck of a lot. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't fit through at all. So I'm gonna have to file this opening. Oh, wish me luck. I'll be right back. And she fits. Not too much sanding was needed, and yeah, really not a bunch of filing. We didn't go crazy. We didn't scuff it up too bad. But yeah, that's it. I'm not going to use this whole tube, by the way. This thing would be way too high off of anything, because the weight of this thing when it's all put together is absolutely massive. We're not even sure the thing will hold itself together, let alone the stand holding it up properly. So there we go. There we go. Pull our rod out of there. Get that plate off. So we've done our engine nerding so far for the mount. These lights are always okay. Let me get this thing out of the way here. Planning. So I'm going to be working on this tonight a lot on a live stream on Hobby Time Modelers as well tonight. May 24th. Of 2024. So the live streams on Hobby Time Modelers, we do them, every Friday night. We try to work on something. This is all boring crap. Windows and escape pods and windows and escape pods and just stupid and boring. And I don't want to torture you with all that. Unless you're on the live stream, then I'll torture you. But, then we're all having a good time making jokes and stuff. Mostly at my expense. So yeah, that's that. We got our main power, okay, is going to come in here. And everything's going to tie to this, basically. So our Evan Design little, blinky controller, our, the sync with a pause flash circuit is going to connect to this. And then all of the strobes, or the blinking beacon lights, are going to connect to that Evan Design board. But then all the other power is just going to go right into this cable here. Then this will get extended down the mounting tube to a 5-volt power supply and a switch, and that's that. It should be, I make it, yeah, so simple. Even a caveman could do it. Don't insult the caveman, Ian. Either way, I'll be back with some progress. Probably more of that crap. Who knows? Well, let's see where this goes. Have a couple drinks, hang out, see what happens. All right, be right back. Okay, everybody. Well, after a few fun hours of group building on a live stream last night with Hobby Time Modelers, we got up to here. Some more panels and windows and escape pods and over and over. Putty, pain in the butt, just boring, mind-numbing. And we started on the bottom. Now, what I did here, because as you know, we're adding the flashing beacons using that Evan Designs 8-in-1 sync board. So we got to drill a little hole in the belly. So I temporarily screwed it down to the frame with some CM screws, which oddly enough, I have a bajillion AM and BM and DM, but I only had a few CMs, but it was enough. Because what we want to do now is flip her over, because we've got to make sure we clear the metal frame area. And also, the inside has a perfect center line right there. So really what we're going to do here is we're going to drill a 1mm hole. I got these are really handy. These are Mr. Hobby, like little, hand pin vise basic set. In 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, etc. So you're not hunting around for drill bits, and they were on super clearance at a USA Gundam store. I think they still have them in stock. They're like dirt cheap. So you can go check those out. We got 1mm fiber optic here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in this thing. I'm going to drill in from the back. I'm going to probably go in a little bit away from this piece of metal right here, just so I have room to work. I'm going to drill that hole, and I'll be right back. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the fiber optic. One sec, everybody. Well, in our ever-running theme of replacing skill with sarcasm, I drilled dead center in this panel based on the mold line in the center of that. Logical, right? You see that hole right there. And the decal it's off a little, I guess. I could probably measure with calipers, but yeah, it's definitely over that way a little. So that hole is in the middle, but it looks a little wonky. Either way, once the ship's upside down and hanging there, you're definitely not going to notice it. I'm going to notice it, and all of you people will, if you ever see my ship, go, yeah, his lower hull, secondary hull, beacon light's off a little. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the decal. Blame the manufacturer. But yeah, that 1mm fiber optic fits right through there. So what we're going to do is take a little piece of this, and we're going to dip it. Just dip it to get a little dot of flat white paint on it, to kind of make it a little bit of more of a beacon bulb sticking out, like a little wart, a little pimple, so to speak, acne of the electronic variety. And yeah, I'm going to just take this little bit. I'm going to dip it into the paint. I'm going to let it dry, which is always fun. I'll make you watch it dry, okay? No, I'm kidding. I'll be right back. All right, I'm an idiot again. What I actually did to put the little tip on there is put a little drip of Solarez on this cup and put a little drop of paint in there, mixed it in, dipped it in that, and then cured it with a UV flashlight here. So we end up with that nice little round bulby thing. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put that through the little hole, push it in, and then you end up with a perfect little beacon. Great idea, Todd. And then we're gonna put a little crazy glue on the back of here, maybe a little Solarez. Put a little glue on here, and then I'll show you the next step. Be right back. Alrighty. well, she's glued in there. I removed it from the metal frame to get more space. And what we're going to do now is take a good set of nippers, and we're basically going to cut that off flush. Okay? So it's just a little bit holding it in there. Okay, so we cut that. Oopsie daisy. There we go. We snipped it off of there. And what we're going to do is take one of these little SMDs. We're going to put it right onto there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it located, and I'm going to put a piece of tape over here. And I'll be right back. Okay, terrific. So now we've got our tape on there. There we go. Perfect little beacon. And what we're going to do to secure that down, let me hold on this. Well, I mean, it's hard to move this thing, but let's do this here. Is now that she's in place, take some solar res, put a little blobby blob of it. Get it sort of encapsulated in that. Let it kind of pool for a second and then hit it with the UV. All right, this is exciting material here. I think my UV bulb, my battery's getting a little low. But I'm going to continue curing this for maybe 30 seconds or a minute, and I'll be right back. All right, yeah, it was a low battery. I've got it charging now. I had a spare, luckily. So there we go. That's it. That little guy. And we've got a perfect little beacon. Now I'm going to snip off this wire here for later use. Let me turn that off. I am going to snip this off because I want to be able to route it around where I want it. And have plenty. There we go. So now we got that. So that's done. So that's it for issues 24 and 25, from stage whatever to whatever. We did eight stages of parts this time. Yeah, that's the little beacon mod. It's so annoying me how it's just a 1/16 or an eighth of an inch off center, but that's dead center in the part. It's the damn decal, the tampo, oh man. Well, drill yours from the outside, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next time. Adios.